Hello. Right, this tutorial I'm going to show you how to hang 5. We're going to start with jumping your bars first, as in my eyes that's the most important bit. So without further ado, let's start with jumping the bars. First off, whichever foot forward you are, obviously that needs to be on your front peg, and obviously your other foot needs to be on your pedal. And basically when you're going along, you need to flick the back end up, push forward on your bars, make sure the seat hits you in the bum and stays up in the bum, and then you jump over your bars. So I'll show you a couple of those, just some small ones here. So you don't need to go particularly fast if you don't want to. It does help if you go a little bit faster. So basically that's how you jump in your bars. This shouldn't take more than an hour to learn. Doesn't matter whether you're doing it fast, it's the same process like this, and you'll always come free of the bike. There will be times when you don't, but 90% of the time you will come away from the bike. So that's part 1, so you need to learn them first. Part 2 is actually finding your balance point. For this, you can do it several ways. Being so short always helps if you buy a curb. So obviously, leading foot on the peg at the front, push your bike forward, sit on your seat, and just, because this is the position you'll be in when you're doing your hang 5, so you need to feel how steep you're going to be, because it does feel a bit strange, and then take your leg off and move it backwards and forwards, depending on if you're going too far forward. You need to put your foot back. If you're going too far back, you need to put your foot forward, and it looks a little bit like this. You don't lean too far forward. I can get into it. Right. Basically that's what you got to do. It's harder to actually do it this way than it is actually when you're in the hang 5. So if you can do it, master it a bit this way, when you get into the hang 5, you'll be in good stead. And just keep practicing that till you feel comfortable. And then the other way is obviously not to do it by the curb, but because I'm short it's a little bit harder for me, but it works out better. And another reason for having the seat tucked up in your bum like so is for when you're doing the trick. If you don't, you'll end up kicking the bike out to your right or kicking out to the left, and if you do that, when you go to land it, you can land it strange and it can throw you over or throw you off the bike. That's fun for no one. The other part is your arms. You will have them locked at some stage, but I find when I lean too far forward, I do bend them and push my leg back to obviously counteract going over the bars. The other part is flicking your bike up. So basically you need to do this really. This is another part. Is you'll be doing this. So basically what you're doing is you're pulling this foot up and you're pushing forward on your bars, and you're not even pulling on this leg, you're just basically pulling and pushing to get the bike to come up. In this case, once you've done that and you've got the bike up, you then take this foot off your pedal, push it forward to obviously gain your balance. Like I said, if you're going too far forward, you put your leg back. If you're going too far back, you put your leg forward. Easier said than done though, as Lewis is finding out.
Yeah.
So I'll show you a few hang 5s. I would do them at a moderate speed, don't do them slow.
Say grinding speed, to be fair.
Yeah, because it's actually harder to learn it slower. Once you've got them, you can then do the slower one. In my opinion, it's hardest doing it slower. So I'll show you the speed, and one other thing I will say is, there I didn't have to put my leg backwards and forwards because I was semi-locked in. I wasn't locked in properly because I wasn't steep enough. But when you are locked in, you don't have to do much with your foot. It's only when you're going too far forward and backwards. Like if you hit a bump, it does throw you forward a little bit. So then you have to counteract. But I'll do a few more just to show you. Hopefully I'll try and do one slow for you as well. Show you how the difference it is. It's a lot harder doing it slow. Basically that's all it is. Don't get disheartened if you can't do it, but you must learn to jump your bars first, in my opinion, because that sets the whole trick up. If you're scared to jump your bars and to commit, you're never going to learn the trick. And I found that out of 5 months of trying. One day, jumped the bars. Within a few weeks, I was doing easily 5 or 6 cars parking spaces just from that. And then you go into your turn-in, which is another tutorial really. But yeah, give it a go and just see how you get on. Also, when you are in the hang 5, try not to look at the floor, look at where you're going, because that does help keep your balance as well, as strange as it might sound, but always look where you're going, not at the floor. I mean, you can look at the floor when you're getting into it, but then obviously pick your head up and look where you're going. You don't want to crash into anyone or anything. I think I've covered everything. If I've missed anything off, please let me know. First tutorial ever, so you know I've probably missed a few things off, no doubt, but try it my way and see how you get on. I've seen loads of videos saying you need to drag your foot, you need to push off of a curb, you need to push yourself along the floor. I've tried all of them, and to be honest, Lewis is trying them the way I'm suggesting, and he's picked it up within a month, and he's
less than that, about a week or two.
Yeah, and now you're at the stage where it's just controlling the balance with your foot. So yeah, like and subscribe on YouTube. Faith Conspiracy, that is Lewis's one. Only Flat is mine. We're both on Instagram, both on Facebook, both on YouTube. Come over to our pages. You can post on my page. And no doubt Lewis will let you post stuff on his page.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's posted on mine, to be fair.
No, I've had a few posts on mine, but yeah, do come over, do check us out. We're both still learning. I'm not saying I'm the best, but if I can help you in any way, I will do. Like peg manuals, we've got a peg manual tutorial coming up. I'll do a whiplash one, and I'll try and do a steamroller one, but I'm still learning them myself. But yeah, come over, give us a thumbs up, both of us. Happy days.
Let us know how you get on.
Yeah.
Alright, cheers guys.